Hey, Escape the Rumors. We are in New Hampshire still, and this is our last stop of the day, the Escape Room Experience. They're a newer company in New Hampshire, so we're going to check out what games they have. Let's go.
So, tell me, because, I need to know. Let's stop wasting time. What do you do outside of escape rooms? Tell me about these hidden talents, these special hobbies you have going on here. Don't lie to me. I need to know now.
All right. You want to know?
I want to know.
Keep your palm flat.
Interesting.
And that's for you.
Thank you, sir. You may have a seat. We can now talk.
All right, so tell me, you play escape rooms?
I do.
You play a lot of them?
Not as many as I'd like. I'm here too often.
Gotcha. You want to know what was one that stood out for you?
It does not have to be your
Favorite, the one that was memorable, one that kind of inspired you, or you walked away feeling like, wow, this is really cool. And you want to give a shout out to this
company or this game. I need to know. Give me a name.
All right, I'll tell you. So the company that this was where the room was, not in business anymore. It's very sad they didn't survive the pandemic. But they had a pirate room. And immersion-wise, you couldn't ask for anything better. Everything, from the moment you walked in that door, you were in a pirate ship. You were right there on the ship. You had the sound of the waves. You had the wood paneling everywhere. And that inspired me. That when you walk into a room, you need to bring somebody into another place. You need to transport them outside of a normal office building. And you need to make them believe that you are where they say you are.
Chris, that all sounds great. I need a name.
Formerly, Crack the Code. They were in Meredith, and we're very sad to see them go because they had some excellent games. But they definitely stood out to me as this is a point to reach. This is where you want to be with your immersion inside of your rooms.
Gotcha. You may go. That's all the information we need right now. We'll be in contact. Let him out of here. He's good. What's good, everybody? It's Brandon from Escape the Rumors. Last stop of the day, and we are at the Escape Room Experience in Laconia?
Laconia, New Hampshire.
In Laconia, New Hampshire. And I'm with Chris. Chris, how you doing?
Very well. How are you?
Good. Chris is the owner of the Escape Room Experience.
Yes. Co-owner. I do have a business partner. But
okay.
Yeah.
And he or she is not available today? So.
No, he is not.
Okay.
Yeah, he is very, very busy, pretty much all the time. So I handle the more day-to-day side of things,
right.
And he's more back-end. So it works really well.
Gotcha. And quick question, when did you guys open?
The business has been here since 2016.
Okay.
We purchased it back in 2019.
Okay.
From the original owner, who wanted to sell it to somebody who was not only going to keep it going, but then make it better, make it bigger, continue the work she was already doing, and then here we are.
And it's the same name, I'm assuming, that it was?
Same name, same everything. It was a turnkey operation where we signed the paperwork on Monday, and 2 days later we had our first people. So.
Wow. Right off the bat, just...
Absolutely. Baptism by fire, just thrown right into it.
Gotcha. And how many games do you have available right now?
We have 3 available right now. So we have the Hangover, which is... Fortune Teller, the CSI Murder Mystery. are currently in the process of finishing our 4th room, which is called Camp Winnipesaukee.
Ooh, and is that the maximum amount you're allowed to have here? Or?
We could, a maximum amount is sort of, could we do more potentially, but due to space limitations, that's really where I'd be comfortable, is only having 4, especially since some of them are double rooms.
Right.
And then that allows us to have larger experiences.
So we're actually standing in one of their rooms, which is called the Fortune Teller. Ta-da! And so I have a question for you. In terms of like the design process, like what role do you play? What is your...
I take on the role as the room designer more so than anything. My business partner that I mentioned to, we'll give his name. His name is Jordan.
Okay.
Jordan has a set design background. In fact, he works in a local theater at a school. So he's very much the construction side of things, whereas I'm more of the design side, the puzzle ideas, and we do meet together and we collaborate, but more often than not, I'll say to him, hey, I thought of this cool thing, and he'll say, yeah, sounds good, let's do it. And so it's the marriage of our 2 skill sets, where I can suggest to him, oh, I really want to do this sort of puzzle, and then we work together to figure out what is the best way to make that happen.
Right.
So in one of the other rooms, there's a mildly technical aspect of things, and I handed them off to him. I was like, I can't make heads or tails of this, and he he got it immediately. And it's like, hooray! So,
nice. Sounds like a really good working relationship you guys have
absolutely.
together. So give me an example of like an obstacle or a challenge you had to face when creating a room. Like what was one that...
Oh, goodness. Well, part of it, one that happened very recently, is I realized that we had 2 puzzles that were almost identical. They were 4 different things, but they were ultimately the same thing done twice. And so it was looking at the 2 puzzles and saying, well, we really want this one to be this way, so how do we change this one to make it different? And I think that we found an elegant solution where they feel like 2 different puzzles, even though they're accomplishing more or less the same thing, if that makes sense. You're getting a code from them, it's just the way in which you find the code and display that code, which really makes the difference. So.
Okay. And well, I'm noticing you got the hand sanitizer out.
Yes.
What else have you had to implement due to the pandemic, like changes you had to make?
We have scaled back a little in the early stages of the pandemic, obviously, where we didn't know that it was more or less spread from person to person. I wiped every single surface of every single thing that we did in every single room until they said, you know, you can scale back a little. And I still go through, I wipe everything down, but it's not as militant as it was before. All of our rooms have hand sanitizers. We are wearing masks. Masks are required to be worn the entire time from the door. And so it thankfully, in terms of puzzles, there was only 1 puzzle in any of our rooms that had to be adjusted for COVID, for the pandemic, and it's actually in this room.
Oh, let's see if I can spot what. Well, it wouldn't be here anymore. Spot where it was.
It was a change where we had to add something in order to change a puzzle while keeping it the same. So.
Gotcha. I'm gonna let that one marinate. Well, hey, Chris, thank you so much for having us. You guys need to check out our website so you'll know what we thought. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll give you a sneak peek of inside. And you'll know what to expect when you get to the escape room experience in Laconia.
There it is.
New Hampshire. Peace out.
Good luck. Yeah, InvAsian. Oh. Let's go. Locked in, 60 minutes to escape. Think before you move, there's no room for mistakes. You got what it takes.